I just want to start this video with saying, Nick, after you watch this episode, don't hate me. Monday came around, and I woke up to a message from my best friend Nick. Heyo, finally got around to putting some notes together. Attached was 2 videos for me to watch, as well as a Word document. I opened up the Word document, and the 2 big things he noticed was the controls felt sluggish, and audio overlapped sometimes. Now I'm what you call a terrible friend. I accidentally gave him an old build where that was a big problem, but I already had that fixed. So I deleted all the notes that involved that, and suddenly I was down from 3 pages of notes down to 1 page. All of the audio overlappings that he mentioned had to do with the blowgun and shooting the alarm multiple times. Nick's also a game designer, so he gave me the idea of making a sound manager that controls all the sounds. This would make it so only one audio would be allowed to play at a time. He even went as far as making a mock-up of what it might look like. And apparently he's not a fan of macros. I studied this page for a few minutes and decided to go into Unreal to see what I could implement. Starting with the alarm bug, I added a do once node, and that fixed the problem. Next I moved over to the blowgun blueprint and added a bool saying if you try to shoot from the hip, which makes this sound, how am I supposed to shoot this from the hip? It's blow power activated. If you try to shoot from the hip, then immediately try to reload with full ammo. Don't play the reload voice. And I also added a do once node for good measures. How am I supposed to shoot this from the hip?
I'm reloading!
It's blow power activated.
I don't know why though.
Nope, that's not gonna work. It's called a blowgun for a reason. So like I mentioned a minute ago, I'm a terrible friend. Nick put in all this work just for me to trash it. One more thing you need to know about Nick is that he's an English major, also known as an English nerd in my eyes. He pointed out that I spelled definitely wrong, which is no big deal. Definitely is definitely a hard word to spell, at least for me. But in his notes, he also called me a miscreant. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Hold up.
Miscreant. Miscreant.
Oh, awesome. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't know why he would think someone who can't spell definitely right would know what miscreant would mean. So Nick, next time you insult me, can we just stick with retard?
You don't call retarded people retards. You call your friends retards.
Nick did send me this video, which was definitely helpful. In my old builds, the weapons would clip through everything and take away some immersion. This video taught me how to render materials on top of my other materials. All I had to do was make this material for every gun color I have. I definitely have no clue how this material works at all. The only part I understand is this parameter which lets me change the color. If you want to see how this material is made, I'll definitely leave the video link in the description. So now the weapons don't clip through stuff, but doing this definitely led to an interesting issue. The gun will always render first, so it's like the character has X-ray vision, but only for the guns. Obviously I couldn't leave it like that. I was able to add in a static mesh of the gun to the gun blueprint with just the basic materials. So now in the editor, you can see 2 guns overlapping. What I do is hide the fancy rendered gun while it's sitting on the ground. Then when you pick it up, I unhide the fancy rendered gun and hide the non-fancy gun. This way it makes it so the character doesn't have gun X-ray vision. Moving on, I continued on the new section I started last week. I added some more detail with the pipes and the safe. I also added in a monitor with working cameras. Right now there are only 3 cameras, but they are real time. If I set up this quick example, you can see the screen changes as I do stuff. I dotted these cameras I made in the beginning area, so you'll see them when you're playing the game. When making the cameras, I wanted them to be like surveillance cameras where they move back and forth to scan everything. So that's what I did. I added a timeline to the camera blueprint, and that makes it go back and forth. Next, I added a computer. You have to have a computer to power a monitor and the cameras. I would assume you would need a powerful computer to do all that, so I added in my computer. You can see the wide-body Supra and thumb drive on top, as well as the Genji, and definitely the Audi R8 if you look hard. I thought this would be powerful enough to power everything it needed, and it's a cool little Easter egg. Finally, I added in a new weapon, the gum shot. This gun shoots a cigarette gum I added last week. It is a big revolver type weapon that holds 12 bubblegum cigarettes. This gun kicks really hard because it shoots the bubblegum cigarettes so hard and fast. It is semi-automatic and shoots a little slower than the pepper spray gun. It does kill the zombies in 2 shots and will continue to kill the zombies in 2 shots until you get to the late rounds. That is it for the week. I definitely have a new version up on itch.io. Usually the gum shot would be found in the new area, but I've placed it behind a door in the starter area so you can try it out. Next week, I should hopefully have the new playable area, and the link to itch.io is down in the description. Alright, that's definitely it. Thanks for watching.